Hey Professor and our loyal followers, because we've got like a ton of people following our videos for some reason. I don't know why we have so many people, but apparently we're all pretty interesting. I mean, I know I'm really interesting and my little clique is pretty interesting, but like some of the other people in class aren't the most interesting, but people are bored and want to be entertained, I guess. So I will fulfill that wish of theirs. So this week's prompt is why we chose Hogwarts University, in particular to other colleges. Not quite sure what this has to do with psychology. So I think it was last week that I talked about how I joined the debate team in high school, and that's kind of what got me into arguing for the sake of like actually doing something, not just being a little bitch. And I was looking into colleges after I did all that high school bullshit. And I found Hogwarts was one of the top ones in the East Coast, and I didn't really want to move that far from home because, again, I'm from New Jersey. So that wasn't really a huge deal, but I wanted to move close to home because I go home one weekend every other month or so. So I wanted to kind of stay close. I mean, Hogwarts isn't that close, but it's not like going to Oregon or something stupid like that. I mean, who wants to go to Oregon? So, I mean, Hogwarts is kind of close-ish. It's a nice drive. Whatever. It's not clear the other side of the country. So it had the closeness that I needed. It had a really good pre-law program, which was also very important. And I had visited the college, and I just kind of got that, like, hey, this is kind of cool feeling. So that was one. And then also Sirius really liked it. And we wanted to go to school together because we just were kind of like attached at the hip. So that was pretty much my reasons, and it was one of the only ones that accepted me. Most colleges, for some reason, aren't really into, like, class clown type characters. I'm a charismatic humanitarian. Like, who doesn't want me? Get it? Who? Because Hogwarts University. Who? Why do I always say puns in my videos? Debunk that, psychology professor. Petra got me this. Petra's obsessed with Disney, as we've been aware, because of her bedroom in her videos, and she's crazy. I can't say it too loud because her room is right next to mine, but Petra's crazy. So after getting accepted here, I moved in and I did all that, and I made a lot of good friends here, so that kind of helped me feel more established, because I wasn't like homesick when I moved here, but I just kind of just like, it was weird moving from home to somewhere else because I hadn't ever really moved. Like, the Potter house has been the Potter house. Like, my parents lived there. I think that was my dad's childhood home. And so, like, I've always been at that house. And I probably, like, when I get married and have lots of little babies, which is weird to think, but if I do, like, I'll probably, take that house again. So, like, the Potter house is important to me, and so it was kind of weird to move to college. But I made a lot of good friends here, and I settled into the program pretty well. Now, a lot of people might wonder why I actually chose to go to college instead of just, like, getting a job right off the bat, because I'm not really into school and stuff. And once I tell you the reason why that is, you will not be that surprised. Again, last week I turned 21. I was like, hey, I'm gonna get drunk and do stupid stuff that I won't remember, but there will be photographic evidence so I can go back and remember and then hate myself. Partying and like that whole college experience was really something I was super interested in. I didn't do the like stereotypical parties that you see in like crazy Hollywood movies where they're like snorting lines and taking body shots and stuff. I mean, I just partied with my friends that I was with. But, I mean, I did do my fair share of things that you're not really supposed to do when you're under 21. And so I was like, hey, college, I can get away with it a little easier, because my parents weren't, like, super pissed whenever they caught me, but they were like, you need to not do that anymore type of stuff. So, partying and, like, the whole atmosphere of, like, being an adult and kind of growing up and doing your first big human experience thing was kind of important to me, so I decided to go to college. And that was something my parents were kind of nervous about because I hadn't really been that good of a role model, I guess would be a good way to say it. And so I they were a little nervous to like pay for my college and stuff. My family comes from kind of a wealthy line. Not to like brag about it like Regulus does, because Regulus is a little bitch, but we have some money, so like paying for college wasn't really an issue. And my parents, while we have money, didn't want to waste it on me just literally getting drunk all the time. So overall, I picked Hogwarts. I kind of went on a tangent, but I picked Hogwarts because they had a good program for pre-law. It was a good chance to kind of spread my wings, so to say. I wanted that whole party experience of making friends and stuff. It was also pretty close to home. So those were my 4 big reasons to go to college. So that's kind of, I guess I can, okay, now I see why you put it in a psychology class, but I guess I can kind of turn this around and be like, why college is semi-important if you want to kind of do good in life. It's expensive, especially in America. It's very expensive, which is fucking stupid. But it's expensive and difficult, and you will cry on multiple occasions, and you're going to hate yourself, and you're going to eat too much, and you're going to drink too much. But there's so many positives about college. You make like so many friends. Like my group of friends is just amazing. I would die for any of them. I love them. They're just the coolest people in the world. And you're gonna have so many cool adventures in college. Like last week, on my birthday actually, after we had started drinking, Sirius and I snuck into the Slugclub party thing. I don't really remember because I was so drunk, but we like snuck in before the party had started and like hid behind the curtains and just like dressed nice, sort of, except for I had vomited on myself at one point, but I think everyone thought it was just the design of the dress that I was wearing. And so we snuck in and then like burst out, but like super casually, so people were supposed to think we were there, but Lily saw us and was immediately like, what the fuck? Petra was working. She was like serving drinks and stuff. Remus was there. Frank was there. Alice was there. Regulus was there. Snape was there. Pretty much our entire circle of friends was there. Like, well, Bertha Jenkins was there, but she's a piece of shit. Lucius was there. Zen was there. Like, literally everyone who I am familiar with was there, and they knew that I was not invited, and so they were like, what the fuck? But Slughorn was so, like, he's such an airhead. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say this on, like, a video for class. But he's such an airhead, and he was like, oh, Miss Potter, Sirius Black, how nice to see you here. Oh, I must have invited you, I just don't remember, because he's such an airhead, and so we got to walk around and party, and Regulus and Severus definitely tried to get us kicked out. Lily was pissed at first, and then she was just like, fine, because I started, like, just being cool, and the party, I guess, was kind of boring before we had popped out. Again, I was so drunk, I don't really remember, but Lily wasn't too pissed at me the day after, so I must not have done anything too bad. But yeah, so that was kind of fun. So those kinds of stupid things, you're going to have a lot of fun in college. So, I don't know, if you can do it, and it's a dream of yours, go ahead. But again, if you don't do it, not the end of the world, because people make it sound like it's life or death if you go to college or don't, but like, it's your life, dude. Do what you want to do.